Hey guys, Matt here, and I have actually been working on this video for a while, and it's on a disc that came out last year and kind of took the whole disc golf world by storm. Everyone was throwing it a whole bunch, and there was reels of it everywhere. And that is the MVP Trail, as one of the James Conrad versions, 2021 World Champion James Conrad. They are all so far that I have seen in the Neutron plastic, and I was able to get this one from Rand Disc Golf. If you take a look at that profile, that is a speed 10 rim, 5 glide, -1 turn and +1 fade, very neutral PLH, slight dome, and people have compared it a lot to a longer Crave. And really, when you get over a 7 speed and definitely over a 9 speed, you don't really see that -1 type profile very often. You'll see a lot of -2 because once you get a wider rim, once it slows down, it wants to fade more. And what they've done here is create a really unusual combination of stats in a disc that doesn't appear a whole lot in the wild, and when they do, a lot of times they're wrong. A lot of times you see something with this light of a fade number that's this quick without a lot of turn. It's actually pretty flippy. They're just being a little more optimistic about arm speeds not being able to push it over too much. But I've been throwing this one on and off for a while, and I gotta say it's pretty impressive. So let's check out some of these throws, and we'll recap at the end. All right, so we're starting out at Deerfield hole 3. It's a hyzer, nice release there, and it surprised me by pushing a good bit longer than I thought, long of the basket. Jumping over to hole 4, holds that line pretty good. Gave it a little bit more hyzer because at this point I'm still thinking this is a flippy disc, but it ends up holding the line getting pretty far left. Trying that wide hyzer line on 7. It works back pretty good, but not quite to the pin. Still circle 2 look. Over on hole 19, doing the stock hyzer safe play. Didn't throw particularly well, but still got it where I needed to inbounds for the easy 3 on that hole, which is generally the best idea. Taking out to Calhoun now, this one's a little bit over 300, it's like 330, so I'm trying to throw it over that bush on the right. Gets up there by the basket, almost aces that one. Now over to hole 6, and I threw it. I'm beginning to throw it better, but I still gave it too much hyzer and didn't get it quite where I needed to. Now to Etowah hole 3, trying to get it down there pretty good. It gets a good penetration, but fades out on me right there. Got some down the fairway, but I'm off it a little bit here. On 12, trying to keep it just inside. Very charitable skip with the trail there. I'm starting to figure it out, but even on a poorly thrown shot there, it did pretty good. Back on a different day, this is my buddy Ben McMahon's. He's throwing to the long position with the trail there. And same hole, different day, great result. He pushes it way down there. I'm going to try the same line with my trail. And it does pretty darn good. I'm about 10 feet short of where he was, so probably like 370, where his was 380, 390. But easy up and down. He's trying again here on 18. It's actually a great line, but we got a pretty hard tailwind that straightens it out. And he's pin high at 400 feet, but on the left side, pretty far in the woods. The same kind of thing happened to me. I thought I turned it up more, but I'm going to hit that tree right there and still have about 100 feet to the pin. So as you can see, like, it has that really unusual profile. Like, it started out for me a little bit more overstable, and as I threw it a little bit and understood the flight a little bit more, it's not understable. You need to hit it. You need to hit it flat, and you need to hit it pretty hard to get that flight out of it. For reference, my max backhand is a little over 400 feet. I might sniff 430 with a slightly understable disc on a good day. But really, for this type of disc, I was aiming mainly 375, 380, and I eclipsed that a few times. Not always exactly how I thought I was going to get there, but to be able to hit the disc really hard, get it to ride out flat, and have that mellow of a fade is a really unusual combination, and I think they've done something kind of unique here. We often talk about discs like the Rock, the Envy, the Zone as like the one that kind of when it came out, defined that type of disc to the disc golf world. The Trail is kind of unique. I mean, the closest thing I can think of, some of the old beasts, if you wore a Champ Beast to a perfect spot, it flew like this, but basically straight out of the box flying like that, it's not too common. So if I think just about anyone could use one of this. If you're less powerful, it'd probably be a little bit more stable for you. If you can really rip, you might be able to get that a little bit extra turn and a really long straight flight out of it. Probably a lot like Mr. Conrad does, and I've seen some of the other MVP pros crush it pretty good. So check one out if you can. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.